Hello everyone, my name is Rajona Chivanaria and I'm filming this class directly from pilateshanoi studio and teacher training center. This video I decided to design for occasions when you don't have time to practice or you have few minutes and just want to keep the body in shape, in functional shape. I've included the exercises which I think are critically important to do every day for maintaining the good health of your spine and overall body. I will include few exercises here. There will be some exercise which you need a mat to practice with, and there will be exercises using their simple chair. And also we'll have some standing exercises. So we will be starting from the supine position. I'd like you to lie down on the back with the legs parallel, hip width distance apart. So you separate your legs, arms below, besides the hips, and then feel triangles of the feet on the floor and lengthen the neck. And then I'll ask you just to tilt the pelvis back and start to articulate up on the shoulder bridge. Stand your shoulders, open the front of the hips, make sure that you don't have any weight on your neck, and then start to unroll the spine down bone by bone. So this is an excellent movement to address the spinal mobility. And again, tilt the pelvis, feel that you stand on both feet equally. You find the pelvis moving up towards the ceiling with the knees reaching out into diagonal, neck and shoulders relaxed, inhalation at the top of the movement, and as you exhale, unroll the spine melting from the breastbone, one vertebra at a time, and come to neutral, and again tilt the pelvis and lift it up. Feel the triangles of the feet on the floor. Inhale at the top of the motion and exhale, unroll the spine down bone by bone and come to neutral position, and one more time. So you can do this, 6 to 10 times. Inhale at the top, feel the gluteals being engaged. Inhale at the top and exhale, unroll the spine, bone by bone, slowly, nicely elongating the spine. And then we will be doing some exercise in quadruped position. So you'll stand in quadruped, palms under the shoulders, legs hip distance apart, elbows are not hyperextended, and then we'll start with the easy thing like a cat and cow. So round the spine and come into the spinal extension. So basically it's very similar motion. You just mobilize your spine, trying to make sure that there is a motion in the lower part of your spine, not only into the upper back. And you can do 2 more times. And again, every exercise you may repeat 6 to 10 times. And one more. And now we'll start to go to the some stability. So it will be the swimming on fourth. You will press the left palm and right knee to the floor, maintain the both squared, and allow your arm and leg float up to the opposite directions, and bring this back in. You imagine that you have a cup of tea on your pelvis. Try to keep the hips squared, gaze down towards the floor, head aligned within the spine, one line, and you do nice and controlled movements with the opposite arm and leg moving at the same time. Make sure that you don't collapse in between the scapulas. So this one is an excellent exercise. You strengthen the upper body, the connection of the upper body to the lower body. So it's really great thing to do. And we'll do here for 2 more times. And then I'll add up one exercise lying down on the stomach. Okay, from here you'll get on the belly in a so-called Sphinx position. So you can have the fists, elbows open under the shoulders, and then you will be actively pressing from the floor looking in front into thoracic extension and hold this position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Make sure that you pull those ribs up and press up and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. One more time. Push away from the floor. Push up and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And then we'll go into the sitting position. In sitting position, you would sit with the legs opened wider and try to maintain the pelvis still. And what you will be doing here is to press the heel into the floor and brush hip towards the hip and to the side. And again, press. So here you're working adductor or inner thighs. You let your lateral leg to be stretched. And again, press the heel. Here, you make sure that you don't move the pelvis. And again, press the heel down and slide it in. And 10 times would be good to do on each side. And I will do 2 more times here for the right leg. What you may discover, you may feel different range on one leg, on the other leg. Okay, now I'll press my left and slide it in. Okay, and again, press and slide it in. Feels very nice, actually. So at the same time, you work outer hips and inner hips, which kind of double win. Okay, I'll do 2 more times. Okay, and 1 more time. Okay, so now it's time to take a chair and do a few exercises using the chair. You can use any chair you have. Good if it has back to it. So now sitting in the chair, there are some simple things you may do, like rotation. So you just work long hours in front of the computer. You will just hold on the back of the chair, rotate and try to look behind your shoulder and hold this position. And do the second side. And again, rotation. Okay, and 1 more time. And nice thing to do also would be the hip flexor stretch. So here you will sit at the edge of the chair, let the hip opening down towards the floor, and you can also add the lateral flexion to this. Knee down, open the front of the hip and side bending. And again, open, let this tissue to be stretched and side bend over and come back 1 more time. Okay, let's do the second side. Again, let the hip to be open and go down. It's like very gentle actually opening. So if you feel a lot of tightness in this area, it will not feel too much for you. Again, knee down, open the front of the hip. Think about the shining the light from the front of the hip joint. And 2 more times. And 1 more time. Okay, we have it. Now, what we have one more thing to do is a deep squat. So if you have limitation in your ankle joints, then you might have something under your heels. And so you have your chair. You may not use the chair, but if you need to use the chair, you can use. And just squat here. With the knees open, you can press the arms against each other and let a little bit to the more hip opening to the side. And you can spend here like a few minutes a day to feel the real sensation in the hips. Deep breathing, relaxing the pelvic floor muscles, try not to maintain any tension here. And like this. So I'll remove the chair away. We don't need this chair anymore. And now we'll finish up with some standing exercises. So at the end of the day, we're bipedal organisms, humans. So we want to be sure that we have some activity which involves the standing. And I would like to bring up here the simple thing like thoracic extension. So you'll have your arms behind the head, elbows reaching out, and then you will start to bring up your gaze higher, elbows reaching up to the ceiling, and hold here for 5 seconds. Nice and easy thoracic extension. And again, inhalation, and bring up your eyes alongside of the wall and up where the ceiling meets the wall, depending how hard your ceiling is. One more time, feels so nice. And then what you can do here is also do extension and twist your head and press more on the right side. And back, and extension and press more into the left palm. So the head doing a little bit of the rotation to the right and to the left alongside with extension. And again, and try to bring this extension up to the thoracic spine. Make sure that you don't do too much in the lumbar and lower back. And one more time. Okay, it's nice, feels good, actually very releasing for the muscles around the neck and shoulders. And one more exercise to relax the shoulders and the traps also would be just the swinging the arm. So you'll step with one leg forward and just nice and easy do the arm swings. It's like more using the momentum. If the shoulder is painful or something, you can limit the circles, doing only to the side. But if you're okay, just do the nice big swings. It feels so much energizing, releasing the tension of the upper back. And let's do the second side. Left leg forward, right to the back, and just let it swing. Very simple, yet very effective. Because when we are spending one day sitting, in a chair or somewhere just sitting jobs, you might experience a lot of tension in the body. So want to release the tension and give your more like blood flow, lymphatic flow, more mobility. And the last would be the single leg stance. Very basic thing, and very simple. Looks like very simple, but very important for us. So we shift the weight to the left leg, maintain the hips level, chest on top of the pelvis, and lift the right leg up to the tabletop position. So important here is that you don't have the hip swing to the side, chest swing to the side. So you have to maintain the alignment on one side of your body. And why it is so important? Because every day you walk down the streets, you always have a single leg stance when you walk. So we have to make sure that the single leg stance is actually effective movement. Okay, so you have your hips working. Okay, let's do a few more times. And last one. Okay, so this is it. This class is amazing if you are doing the sitting jobs, if you don't have time to exercise during the day, but you still want to feel well at the end of the day. Practice this regularly. Subscribe to our channel, follow our social medias, reach us out if you are interested in professional help, and hope to see you soon in Pilates House Hanoi Studio. Have a nice day. Bye.